Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be doing another Sims 4 build video, and today we're going to be building a really fancy modern mansion in Mount Komorebi. Now this is a lot I actually kind of forgot about because little Sims, you build a nice house on it. And I think lately with the new packs, because really good simmers are building the houses, you don't really want to bulldoze them. However, I finally went into the lot to have a look around and I was like, wow, that's a really beautiful lot. So I decided to renovate it and build a completely, original modern mansion on the lot. And this is just a preview of the final result. So you can kind of get an idea. It's kind of, glamorous. Maybe it's more of like a movie mogul, Hollywood star type house, Hollywood style, but it could be Hollywood style, but a Hollywood star type house. And the video began in a very different place. It began with me in Tartosa, of all places. I wanted to build a nice beach home for myself. And to be honest, I did envision this house on beachfront property. However, it kind of became pretty clear early on that this does not, it's not suited for Tartosa. The lot I put it on was not the right lot because you're walking down from stairs. This is marked as residential in Tartosa, but it's a community lot. I mean, I just can't imagine any house that would suit this particular lot in Tartosa. Anyway, I'm giving it the college try. This house is kind of inspired by The Sims Busting Out. There's two famous Sims in The Sims Busting Out on PlayStation. And they live in this movie star house, except Malcolm Landgrab is on their back, the landlord, because they're flops. They're making flop after flop after flop, and you have to come in The Sims Busting Out and rescue them. So this house is kind of inspired by The Sims Busting Out. However, obviously that's only a 1-floor house, and this is a 2-story house. So this is going to be a 2-bedroom, 3-bathroom. And yeah, I began, kind of furnishing it because I had an idea of where everything would go. And I have to say, I really like this layout of this house. This is actually the second time I built it. The first time I built it was actually in The Sims 2 of all Sims games. And I actually have video footage of that. I might upload it. It'd be really interesting for you all to watch. Kind of a comparison of building the same house in The Sims 2 and in The Sims 4. But they're very different vibes. In The Sims 2, I actually got it to be beachfront. Because if you know, in The Sims 2, you can actually place lots on the water. So even though it's grass and then it goes into the water and you have some sand, it's nice. However, in The Sims 4, it's a bit different. So anyway, I'm still kind of doing the layout of the house. I'm putting in some sample furniture. Although I have to say, for the most part, we keep this furniture because I had a very clear vision in my head of, how it should be styled and, the right types of, contemporary furniture, mid-century, modern, and all those different styles. And in terms of packs we use a lot of eco lifestyle, some Get Famous, obviously some Snowy Escape because we're building eventually in Mount Komorebi. But I feel like if you had eco lifestyle, Dream Home Decorator, Snowy Escape, Get Famous, I know it's a lot of packs, but I think if you had those packs, you'd probably be in great shape to download this. This is the cinema room. I love these type of houses because when do you ever really get to build something like this? And it gives you the challenge that you have to make it work. And then this is kind of the office. It's great for a sim with a freelance career, whether you have a sim being a freelance actor and they're a movie star, or maybe they're a fashion designer or a photographer or something creative. I think those type of sims, as long as you're making high income, they could definitely live in this lot in your gameplay. And obviously you can download this off of the gallery. My username is obviously in the description below. But I think this house comes to about 180,000 simoleons, so it's quite expensive it's 2-bedroom, but it's really more of a main master bedroom and a great one, and a guest room. But you could put 2 Sims there. You could get a roommate to do some renting if you have Sims 4 Discovery University. So here's where I bite the bullet and I'm like, it's not working in Tartosa. So I move it to Mount Komorebi. And I was like, wow, this is a really beautiful lot. And we don't have cars in The Sims 4 still. It's so annoying. And that's me disappearing for a bit. I was like, yeah, where is that? So rather than trying to fake my own garage, I just put in the one from Debug. This is me doing the upstairs. I have to say, I kind of knew the layout because again, I built this in The Sims 2 and I kind of wanted to replicate it so we could do a comparison. The original plan was actually to publish that video first, but the way I recorded this, it was such a long video, it took up so much space on my hard drive, I have to get this video out first. So I'll upload The Sims 2 one another time. But this is kind of just what the house looks like. This is when I had my big brain idea to put it on a hill, because I put it on flat land and I was like, you know, it looks better here in Mount Komorebi, but I think we need something else. It was because the lot wasn't centered. And the reason why the lot can't be centered is I wanted the car to have a driveway and to be just, you know, connected to the drive on the lot. So I needed to move it to be very to the right. And because of that, it's very right leaning, and I needed a way to balance it out and make there be a purpose for the house to be put that way. And so they obviously built it on a hill. And so a lot of the building for this video, again, I told you this took me about 4 to 5 hours to make, just the house. I have to say, like, a good hour, if not more, was just bloody doing the terrain. I'm not very familiar with doing hills and mountains and stuff and making it look natural. And I knew on one side there would have to be a cliff because I wanted there to be stairs going down. So once I was getting kind of, that just took a long time, and it's still not finished, by the way, don't worry, I do not leave it like this. But yeah, I really wanted the driveway connected to the road. Obviously the easy thing to do would be to do terrain paint and to kind of, you know, have them converge on each other. But I was like, nah, there needs to be 2 different lanes. And yeah, I think I'm just going for it, as you can see. This is going super fast now because it's such a big build to decorate that you're kind of just seeing me going through the niggling details of that, like me picking the beds. Oh, we do use the city living bed, so maybe if you have city living, that would come in your... Oh, we do use a few packs, and I think we use some decorations from Dine Out and everything. Oh, I really go for it in this. Like, you know, if you see my other builds, I'm pretty friendly. I do like a lot of base game ones, and sometimes it's nice to let loose and use all the packs that, you know, I've paid for and build something really cool. And I have to be honest, like, let's face it, like, I put stuff on the gallery, but not that many people download it. Like, you can put something and maybe like 12 people download it. So I'm kind of enjoying building things just for me now more than anything, because usually when I build something, like, oh, I should put on the gallery, and then if I put on the gallery, I shouldn't use too many packs. But I'm like, realistically, it's not like I'm a famous, you know, Sims builder. I can just build stuff for myself, and, you know, if 12 or 13 people download it, that's great, and they can enjoy it. So that was me doing the inside to kind of match the garage up. And this is the guest room. That's the eco lifestyle bed, I think. I do like the Moschino pack. That's the clothes rack from Moschino. That wardrobe from the custom content base game update was really nice. That's a great wardrobe. Not many people use that wardrobe in Sims build videos, I've noticed that. And anyway, so here I am. I'm like, okay, let's try continue landscaping it. I was like doing it in goes, and I tried to make the hot tub work, and I don't have the hot tub stuff pack, so I don't have the proper looking hot tubs in that one. I was like, I can't put this in my build, it's too ugly. So this is me like spending absolutely ages trying to get the hill right, because I wanted it to be very gradual on this side, because obviously we have a lot of land. So I was like, let's make it look gradual. So, you know, they've built, you know, I can't just look like a man-made mountain. It needed to look kind of gradual. And I was still really insistent that the car had its own driveway up. I tried, it just didn't look right, and there was no way you could make it work. Usually if it's on flat land, you could put like a fountain, or you can make it look really epic, like a mansion. But on this, when you're on a hill, you're really limited with what objects you can place. So I was like, that's not going to work. So they need to be 2 separate pathways. I put in the swimming pool. I like that you have like a little side entrance. So there's like different ways to get in around the house. And then landscaping, like it was just a long process. And another thing is, you have the cinema room at the front of the house, which means that you can't have windows. And that is such a risky thing to do, because I think I was really afraid it might look weird that you have a huge block in the center of the front of the house that has no windows. Obviously there's windows on the 2nd floor for the hallway. So it was really important that I got those bushes around that block where the cinema room is, just to kind of make it look somewhat normal. I think I definitely engaged trees later on. I put a lot of trees on this lot to kind of hide where I can't put windows, because it's one of those balances where it has to be logical on the inside and the outside. Oh, landscaping this took just absolutely ages. Again, as I said, I'm not very familiar with, you know, creating hills, because The Sims 4 is a very flat. All the words are very flat, even though since they've introduced terrain editing, you'd think they'd be putting in like more rocky areas of the game, but they still haven't. And now I'm doing all the lights. As I said in my previous video for the Meshuggah house, I love building at nighttime because I love setting the mood with lights properly. I don't love just throwing ceiling lights everywhere and calling it a day. So I do spend like a lot of time. I must spend like 15 minutes because this is fast forwarded. But I must have spent absolutely ages doing the lights. And you can kind of see me adding little details in like the bins. I'm kind of doing another pass through of the house where I'm putting in rugs. That's how I build, by the way. In these bigger houses, I do pass through. So sometimes it's like basic furniture, you know, the kitchen, the bathrooms. And then I go back in, I add, you know, potted plants and rugs and, you know, paintings. And I kind of add in like a decoration pass through. So I kind of do it in rounds, and then, you know, it lets you think about the rooms, and when you come back to them, you're like, okay, actually I'm going to change the color of the paint or this, that and the other. And yeah, I'm just adding in all, you know, the kind of the decor and the little bits and bobs that kind of make the house look really detailed. I didn't want it to look like the house was just rushed. Even though I kind of was in a rush, because the truth is, you know, this still takes 4 to 5 hours to make. And I'm sure people will play this a lot, like, oh, this room's kind of empty, they could have did more there. But you know, when the house is such a ginormous, you know, project, it's a lot. And it's not a small house either. It's not just about if it's 1 floor or 2 floors. It's like, it's about square footage. You know, if you had a tiny kitchen, the amount of clutter I put in would look, you know, it would look small. Like, it would look detailed if it was small, but because it's big, it doesn't look as detailed. Then I was like, okay, we need to retexture this house. I'm trying a few different options. I mean, I like what I did the first time, but obviously it's not in any shape to be presented. Just to let you guys know, I was going to leave the roof like this. Look how ugly this is. I was going to give up and like just have flat platformed roofs. And then I was like, oh, I worked on this for so many hours. I can't, you know, publish this and have such an ugly looking roof. And the whole house looked kind of ugly. So I obviously went and fixed the roofs, as you saw at the end, because you saw that before, you saw the after at the beginning of the video with the sneak peek. But I was like, I should really leave this roof out. Oh, just terrain editing, guys. I don't know if you guys do terrain editing in The Sims 4 or not, but it's a pain in the bum. It was just an absolute gauntlet of hell. And then like you can't change that texture, so it's kind of deserty, and I was like, oh, I need to make this match up with the rest. And then I was like, okay, this looks just too mountainy. It just looked weird, and a lot of terrain paint, and I was like, this still doesn't look right, and I'm kind of getting distracted, and I'm like, let's just do some terrain paint on the little pathways there. It's just, it's hard to make it look good. I mean, I get there at the end, I think. You can let me know in the comments down below if you think how good or bad this lot eventually ends up looking. But it just was a lot of work, and it's such a big lot, I just couldn't do fully detailed gardens. Oh, so this is where I gave up. So this is like, I stopped recording. I was like, I'll just do everything else and I'll come back to you. This is what the final build looks like. I hope you guys enjoyed. Sorry, that really cut off abruptly, but I would have been there for absolutely hours. But I hope you really like how this turned out. I love the Japanese onsen. Obviously, I couldn't put in a hot tub because I don't have the hot tub stuff pack, but I do have Snowy Escape, so I said an onsen would work really well. And it's Japanese themed, so you know, it all works for me. I think this is absolutely beautiful. This is probably one of the most beautiful lots you can probably play in. So definitely feel free to knock down little Simsy's house and bulldoze the family and build your own house. It's such a beautiful lot. I can't wait to play with my Sim self, as you saw in the video, which I'm sure is a spitting image of me. But I can't wait to play in this lot. I only really discovered it when I built this house, and I was like, this is just stunning. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed watching this. You can kind of get an idea of what the gym and the office and, you know, the kitchen look like. The gym has a great view. It's the outdoor. That's the garage. Obviously, you have the bike from Eco Lifestyle to cycle around. The guest bathroom looks nice. This is the guest bedroom with the ensuite. I like the mirror from the custom content update. And then this is the master bedroom. It even has a telescope outside that we got in that new update. And I really like how the bedroom looks like. It looks nice and cozy. And there's even a fireplace on the second floor. It would look really nice in winter. That's the walk-in wardrobe. This is the bathroom. I like how this turned out. 2 sinks for him and her and they. And yeah, thank you so much for watching. I'm going to end the video with this at nighttime. If you enjoy the video, do subscribe to the channel and hit the bell to stay tuned for future videos. But I hope you guys are keeping safe and well, and I will see you all in the next video. Enjoy.